In many states, yes, unmarked police cars can legally pull people over, especially if the officer is in uniform. The vehicle has lights and sirens to indicate it's a police stop. The officer has probable cause or is conducting lawful enforcement, e.g., for traffic violations. In some states, there are restrictions on when and how unmarked police vehicles can be used. Washington State, unmarked vehicles can't be used for routine traffic stops. Oregon, police must use marked vehicles for traffic enforcement unless there's a special circumstance. Some jurisdictions limit unmarked cars to investigations or surveillance, not traffic enforcement. Common requirements, even if unmarked. The officer must be clearly identifiable as law enforcement. The vehicle usually must have lights and/or sirens when initiating a stop. The stop must be based on legal justification, e.g., traffic violation, reasonable suspicion, etc. Your rights if you're pulled over by an unmarked car. You can ask for identification if you're unsure it's a real officer. You can call 911 to confirm the stop is legitimate. If you feel unsafe, you can drive slowly to a well-lit, public area and inform 911 of your intent. If you tell me which state you're in, I can look up the specific law for your area. In New York State, yes, it is legal in many cases for police to pull people over using unmarked vehicles, including for traffic violations. But it's not without nuance. Here's a breakdown of the current legal landscape and what you should be aware of. If you want, I can also pull up any recent court cases that challenge this. What the law and official sources say. Recent reporting. According to a Times Union article, October 2024. In New York, it is legal for unmarked police vehicles to be used in traffic stops. State police say they use unmarked patrol vehicles for both investigations and vehicle/traffic law enforcement. Times Union. The article notes that there was an executive order by Governor Pataki in the 1990s that banned routine traffic stops by unmarked vehicles for state police, but that order was later revoked under Governor Patterson. Executive orders versus legislation. The Pataki Order, Executive Order 35 from 1996, banned state police from using unmarked cars to do routine traffic stops. That order was later overturned, revoked, under Governor Patterson. So currently there is no active statewide executive order that bans routine traffic stops by unmarked state police. Bills proposed, but not passed so far. Over the years, there have been several bills introduced in the New York State Senate and Assembly that would prohibit the use of unmarked or concealed identity vehicles for routine traffic law enforcement. Examples include Bill S-1639, 2025-2026 would prohibit use of unmarked, undercover, or concealed identity police vehicles for routine traffic enforcement. New York Senate.gov. S-4411, 2023-2024 similar intentions. Earlier ones like S-2009, S-289, A2749, etc. But none of these bills have become law as of the latest info. So the restriction remains not codified in state law. What this means in practice. Putting it all together. Yes, police, including state troopers, in New York can use unmarked cars to stop drivers for traffic violations under current law. These stops are legal, provided that there is legal justification, e.g. speeding, registration violation, etc., or reasonable suspicion, etc. The use of lights and sirens or other visible or audible signals is usually required to identify the car as a law enforcement vehicle, especially when making a traffic stop. Important caveats and things to watch out for. If the car is truly unmarked and lacks any police lights or proper siren/identifying features, someone might reasonably question whether the stop is valid or legitimate. In those cases, it's wise to ask for identification or confirm via 911 if you suspect impersonation. Even with unmarked cars, officers need to follow constitutional rules, Fourth Amendment, e.g. stops must be based on probable cause or reasonable suspicion. Enforcement practices and department policies can vary. Some local police departments might have their own rules or constraints.